Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing the papers. Let me move on to the Punch. May Day, Labour pushes for tax cut, pension overhaul in fresh 20-point demand. Governors join workers to celebrate May Day in Lagos, Kaduna, others. 73 killed, 393 injured in Lagos-Ibadan Expressway crashes in 3 months. Sports Festival, arrested Ekiti athletes regain freedom. Africa Development Bank launches $650 million yearly economic support for Nigeria. FGVCs under fire for 100 billion student loan controversy. Wike Fubara to begin dialogue for Oshoba's mediation. And political showdown looms over the FBI's Tinubu file release. Okay, which story are we taking?
Major headlines. So
wait. Have you heard?
What happened?
Wike and Fubara, they are reconciling.
Wonderful.
Now,
Jesus.
Anonymous source said that Fubara go and see Wike in his residence in Abuja. He come and prostrate. I'm taking the Punch story.
Hey!
Wike and Fubara.
They are together.
These two Ogun State men, Oshoba and the present governor, Dakwa Abiodun, are the reconciliators.
Hey,
yes.
Are you for real?
According to the Punch.
I don't believe you. Nima, it can't be true.
According to the Punch. They met in the first stage of reconciliation. And they are going to continue it after this first one, to settle this political divide, because the matter, according to the Punch, is a personal matter that has escalated to national issue.
Personal matter.
Facilitated by the former governor Oshoba and the present governor of Ogun State. The
Blessed are the peacemakers.
Thank you. But one fly on their shirt is the one that is giving us the gist of how
one fly on the shirt.
How Fubara come and beg. Begging. He now prostrates. He say he begging for forgiveness. The source disclosed that Fubara, accompanied by Ogun State governors,
I don't believe you.
Prostrated.
It can't happen.
It's a source.
And it begs the FCT minister for forgiveness. So that person say, this thing is a gist. It's not a news.
I'm just
It's a gist.
I'm just remembering if I say, you know we care. Let us move on.
Okay. That's the story.
I have the one that says 73 killed, 393 injured in Lagos-Ibadan Expressway crashes in 3 months. And no fewer than 73 persons lost their lives, while 393 others sustained varying degrees of injuries in road crashes along Lagos-Ibadan Express Road between January to March of 2025. Figures obtained from the Federal Road Safety Corps, reports cited by Punch Metro, revealed that 1,271 people were involved in the 175 crashes recorded along the busy highway within the 3 months, these 3 months. And according to the reports, to the documents we had, January recorded the highest number of crashes, while February had the highest fatalities. It also says that amongst crashes recorded within January to March on the express road, that around Ayetoro, it claimed 9 lives. In February alone, the accident at Fatgbems bus stop claimed 5 persons, also in January, and the death of 4 persons at Alapako area in March. And they gave us a breakdown of different figures that showed that 21 persons had died in January crashes, 30 killed in February, and all of that. So this one is finalizing, saying overall a total of 175 road traffic crashes occurred along Lagos-Ibadan Express Road in the first quarter of 2025, and this led to 393 injured persons and the death of 73 persons. And the Federal Road Safety is also urging Nigerians that no matter what it is, he's saying that they've actually also recorded a reduction of 38% in injury from February to between January to February, and 8% reduction in March. However, there is also a 43% increase in the number of persons killed to road crashes. So they are pleading, please, like one of my friends will say, the car has been made, the road has been fixed. You are the driver connecting the car and the road. So I think it's on the drivers to be wise, to not just waste people's lives.
Yeah, so the organized labor on Thursday presented a 20-point demand to the federal government as Nigerian workers commemorated the 2025 May Day at Eagle Square, Abuja, and across the country. So among other things, the Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress asked for tax cuts, better retirement package, reversal of the emergency declaration in Rivers State, salary adjustments, withdrawal of the tax bills, reduction of telecommunication and co-tariff from 50% to 35%, and upward review of retirement age to 65 for all categories of civil servants. So the national president of the NLC, Joe Ajero, presented the demands during the event in Abuja. Made a case for better treatment for Nigerian workers, And he said it's imperative to extend the revised retirement age of 65 years or 40 years of service currently enjoyed by teachers, health professionals, and judges to all public servants. In 2023, he had already said that he would dialogue with President Tinubu on that particular matter. And he said already teachers teachers under the employment of the government at all levels are enjoying implementation of the new retirement age, an act signed into law by the former president, that's President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, central to workers' demand, he said he has to, balance it out so that it's for economic justice. Everybody has to get up to that age, not just teachers and medical professionals. So he also talked about the urgent need for salary adjustments that reflect the current economic realities, insisting that workers cannot continue to bear the brunt of inflation, rising costs, and policy failures. He went ahead to also talk about the tax payee system, criticizing it, saying that they need transparency in how the deductions are calculated, and also talks about the fact that most of the legislative policies that they bring out, they do not call the stakeholders to be a part of it. So they go ahead, have the meetings, and then impose it on Nigerian workers. Meanwhile, the stakeholders who are supposed to be a part of it in the conversation are not allowed in to understand what is going on. So that's why we keep having back and forth, that they need a seat at the table where these laws are made, among other things. Yeah.
Okay, so the African Development Bank has approved a new 5-year country strategy paper for Nigeria, committing about $650 million annually between 2025 and 2030 to drive economic transformation, build resilience, and foster broad-based prosperity. The bank discloses in a statement published on its website on Thursday, saying that $2.95 billion would be provided over the first 4 years of the loan, to be complemented by an estimated $3.21 billion in co-financing from development partners. This is quite interesting. I mean, we hear this figure all the time. We just hope indeed it is implemented and the money is judicially utilized. And then so in Punch, moving on now to Daily Sun. May Day, Tinubu reaffirms devotion to workers' welfare. Labour seeks upward review of workers' retirement age to 65. SEC warns Nigerians over TOFRO new Ponzi scheme. Governor Kwebolo, Diri, Makinde, Inwifuru, and others eulogize workers and make promises. NJC orders removal of Imo acting chief judge, sanctions 2 others. And why Tinubu Atiku should not run in 2027, says Baba Ahmed. Okay, which story?
I think now the people of Anambra State, they are really enjoying because their shoulder high. Soludo clears 7 years arrears of gratuities and pensions. So in Anambra State, it was a jubilation galore as the governor, Professor Chikuma Soludo, announced the clearance of 7 years arrears of pension and gratuities owed retired 7 years civil servants in the state. He noted that against the harsh economic situation in the country, his administration would work to continue to improve the welfare of the workforce in the area, and in the area of gratuity and of retired workforce, which he paid arrears of gratuity, which we inherited when I came into office. And I'm happy to report that except there is anyone who has not completed his or her documentation, we cleared the backlog of pension arrears of 4 years. Similarly, for those who retired from civil service that were also owed 4 years of pensions amounting to 14 billion naira. He says, I'm happy to announce that we paid 2018, 2019, 2020, and now it is remaining 1 year, which is 2021, and it will be paid shortly within the available resources as a government. The commitment to the labor force is that we will continue to work very hard to improve the working conditions and welfare of our workforce. So he said so many things and with figures. And this is a good one because they are sure that high, no be saying na nest of king, but money don't show.
You could not let them put the money for the wrong place. The Securities and Exchange Commission has issued warning. They say they will get one body called TOFRO.com, known as TOFRO, an online cryptocurrency trading platform, describing that platform as a suspected Ponzi scheme. SEC is warning us now. They said that they have done their investigation and they've seen that this body is characteristics is typical of a fraudulent Ponzi scheme, and they include promises of unusually high returns with little or no risk. So Nigerians, be careful. SEC is also saying that this body is not allowed, is not authorized to solicit public funds and investment in Nigeria. They are not allowed to even operate here. Now, don't hear. Let me say tomorrow now. What's it called? The other one?
CBEX. MMM. To be forewarned is to be forearmed.
Okay, another story? Okay, moving on now to the Nigerian Tribune. Let's find a story we've not taken. FG summons VCs as ICPC probes student loan disbursement. Nigerians react to new SMS transaction fee amid growing discontent over bank charges. Umahi issues stop work order for Shagamu Iperu Road. I am not quitting PDP, Adeleke tells Osun Stakeholders Forum. And the National Political Summit, NPSG, inaugurates Daniel Tambuwa, Awolowo Dosumu, others as coordinating committee members. Why did I make front page? Okay. All right, let's find a story.
Do you have any, okay, well,
Any story
I have the Adeleke story. So leaders and officials of the Osun State chapter of the PDP last night held a strategic closed-door meeting where Governor Adeleke unequivocally said he has no plans of leaving the PDP, even though. So that's it. That's all.
This one is just NIMC warning. NIMC has announced new service charge, and they are warning partners against overcharging. And this, the National Identity Management Commission has announced a new pricing structure for its services and products, marking the first fee review in over a decade. And the revised charges, which take immediate effect, are aimed at aligning service costs with current operational realities and industry benchmark. According to the statement signed by Dr. Kayode Adegoke, the head of Commission's Corporate Communication Unit, the adjustment was necessary to sustain the quality, affordability, and accessibility of identity management services across the country. NIMC also issued a stern warning to all front-end partners, FEPs, to comply strictly with the newly provided rate. It's not that they will be charging something inside. Some people will be charging another thing outside. It's everybody should collaborate. Shikena.
Okay. Vanguard, let's find a story we've not taken at all. Sexual harassment saga, Natasha damns Akpabio lawyer in new letter. Mayday again, hunger and unemployment insecurity real, says Tinubu. Defections, all corrupt public officials will face justice, says EFCC. Ogidi begins Delta PDP revival. And governors organized labor differ over hardship. Any story in Vanguard? I wanted to take defections, but I guess we don't have much time. That's all we can take on Front Page Review this morning. Let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we have our special feature from Lagos State Accident and Emergency Center. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.